Hello there, it's Tania Gabrielle, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes. This is the forecast where we look at the stars and numbers in the coming week to help us navigate the Astro-Numerology. And this week we have a special guest. MERLIN showed up again. He came to me earlier this week because he really wanted to focus on the topic of consciousness with us, especially in the context of the intense purging and rapid changes that are unfolding right now. So this episode features MERLIN's message and perspective on consciousness, specifically being fully conscious and how that will help us move gracefully through all the current and coming shifts, especially regarding the Pluto return that's unfolding right now and will keep unfolding throughout the next months and the year. And so I'm really happy to share this MERLIN channeling with you. Here is MERLIN. MERLIN, earlier today, you mentioned to me that you wanted to speak on consciousness. So I would like to ask you, how can consciousness be used or understood or utilized to transcend any of the fears that may come up due to the major shift in play, in particular regarding the Pluto return, but in general around this time? I'm so happy we're speaking about this. It is the most important subject when it comes to being joyful, flowing. There is nothing that can replace being fully conscious in the moment. The intensity of that consciousness dispels all fears you may have about what it means to be engaged in that moment. And what I mean by that is, when we fully commit, we are no longer thinking about what the result might be. We have totally released the urge to know the future or use our imagination to create a fictional future that, of course, will never be known until we live in the present. The future is just an imaginary idea. When you are so utterly present that you forget everything. You forget the time, you forget why you're even doing what you're doing. You are just literally partaking in a joyful experience. It utilizes every ounce of your commitment to life, right? And this could be anything. It could be sweeping the kitchen floor after you made a meal, being fully engaged in that. It could be watching a spider crawl on the screen of your window, trying to escape the cold of winter. It can be driving a car so consciously that you engage with the trees and the other vehicles and the cloud and the clouds you see and the green light turning to yellow and red, the colors. All of that is just immersing you into the fullness of life. And of course, the project that you engage with, that you are excited about, is incredibly fulfilling, but so can be many other things in life. The thing is, the external has become so noisy and busy, and there's so much to choose from that we have literally removed our conscious awareness from our inner life. So what I suggest you do is, first of all, to become conscious during this very pivotal moment, not just for the US return, so not just for Americans, but this is really a pivotal moment, being the second month of 2022, because it is balancing the experience of being in 3D, where you are partaking with your five senses to experience touch and smell and taste and sight, and it's very joyous to partake in those 3D experiences, but you're moving into the 5th dimension where everything is blissful. There is no time, there is no sense of having a goal to succeed, there just is a sense of bliss. So the way you experience both, meaning being able to function as a human being, driving your car, finding your keys, going shopping, brushing your teeth, and at the same time being in the 5th dimension of doing all in a state of bliss, this is where consciousness comes in. Because when you're fully conscious and fully immersed, anything that's filling your space at that time by your own choice, there's no way you cannot experience joy. No matter what you're doing, it could be the most simple thing. Washing the dishes. You can sing while you do that. You can marvel at the miracles that we have. In terms of living on Earth now compared to even 100, 200 years ago, you have everything at your fingertips. That is a miracle in itself. So when you partake in appreciating the life that you have, you are so present that your life evolves beautifully, and you evolve, and the evolution of your soul is rapid at that point because you are in such gratitude. This is the crucial part when you are fully engaged in your life, because you cannot be engaged in anybody else's life. You only have your life to live. You cannot judge anybody else. You cannot tell them what their responsibilities are. None of that actually is going to help you. In fact, it will hinder you if you partake in that. So the most important thing in terms of consciousness is it takes you internally into a beautiful, grounded, peaceful state that allows you to be so peaceful, so happy that you can deal with pretty much anything that comes your way without feeling upset or feeling like it's a bad day or you were unlucky and you wish things had been different. None of that even enters your mind when you're conscious, because when you're conscious, you are not emotional. You are just purely in a place of delight. So the Pluto return, it's like a crane coming in, digging into the depths of the unconscious, which when we're unconscious, we are not here, right? When we sleep, we're not here. We don't remember anything when we sleep. So it's digging in to the unconscious and allowing the light to shine so that when we are in our waking state after we sleep, we miss nothing. It is all being dug up. It's all being revealed. And that's what Pluto does. It digs a big, cavernous hole of truth. And the main thing about Pluto is it gives you the courage, it gives you the power, the inner courage, the inner power to deal with anything that comes your way. So you are not taken aback by it. You just see it. You allow it to appear. You don't attach emotionally either way, good or bad, to it. You see it for what it is. So you being fully conscious is the key to your joy. You being in a place where everything that you think about, do, come across, read, listen to, everything that comes your way is appreciated for what it is and not separated from you, because it is part of your big journey. So Pluto is coming in and digging this hole, purging, creating a void per se that needs to be filled. So it is up to you to fill the void with the frequencies of your choice. And if you are conscious, the only frequencies you will align with in the new building process are joy and peace and caring and respect for each other and the earth. It is going to be the most incredible awakening of humanity. Consciousness is the key. Being fully engaged in every moment. So then you will not focus on speeding ahead towards some goal, the ultimate goal of which is going to be, how did I live my life when you're on your deathbed? So the only way to live your life so that you are not afraid of things that might not happen because you want them to, without trusting in the process of, let me just focus on joy and love and peace and abundance, as opposed to, let me focus on, I want to be earning this much, or I want to be in a relationship that lasts forever. Right, those fairy tales, those are fairy tales. All we can do is live consciously now. And when we do that, there is nothing that's not going to make us happy, because the happiness will be here. We are not looking for it outside of ourselves. So I would like you to use Pluto's energy to create that Pluto experiences within you. Because as you do that and you purge and you let go of what it is you thought you needed, and you do that first, then this Pluto return and the energy of the transformation and the purging will not be felt in a way that can be challenging. And again, the challenge is there, if it appears, to create a cleansing. So even those challenges that you experience, they give you more opportunities, because there's something in your life that is rubbing you the wrong way and it's unconscious. And the challenge itself is making that conscious to you so that you can then course correct whatever it is and create a more joyful life for yourself. So never see a challenge as a problem. It is not. A challenge is there for you to purge something that was sticky, was holding you back, giving you a heavy load, and very often unconsciously. So Pluto is coming in, Pluto, the ruler of the underworld, which is the unconscious, is coming in and making it conscious now. So this topic of becoming conscious is the key. And the more you appreciate every moment in your life, no matter how it shows up, remember, you attracted it in order to grow. And evolution is the key to feeling love and joy. Even the word love is in the word evolution itself. And there's a reason for that. When we are not loving every moment, we cannot grow, because we're resisting growth. So this is the key frequency, the message that I want to share with you. And as we all know, you are here for a reason. We are communicating for a reason. We are all in this together, and we all are thrilled by the progress and the awakening process on Earth right now. So stay in that beautiful, peaceful, engaged, conscious place in your life, so you feel that passionate joy in everything you do. And we are with you at all times. Call on us. Call on me. Thank you. I love these connections with you. And we will talk again soon. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's Star Codes podcast featuring Merlin. Now, Merlin asked that I include a channeling with him in every new edition of the Premium Wealth Forecast. So starting in March 2022, that edition will feature Merlin himself in a special monthly message that will be an additional bonus for all members of the Premium Wealth Forecast. So if you'd like to receive the Premium Wealth Forecast, now is a fabulous time to join, with Merlin's monthly message being featured as an additional bonus every month. So if you'd like to listen to an excerpt of February's edition, click on the link below or go to my website, taniagabrielle.com, and click on the banner that says Premium Wealth Forecast. Starting with March's edition, you'll get Merlin's perspective as well. And each edition also features a wonderful PDF and music that I include to help you through the energies of the month. And every edition is released a few days before the new month begins so that you can plan your month and leverage the Astro-Numerology for every day. So be sure to sign up for the Premium Wealth Forecast, listen to the free excerpt for February, and have an amazing week. I look forward to seeing you next week. Lots of love.